Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. So I don't know if you guys have been watching Congressman Chip Roy quite as closely as I have, but if you haven't, you should. The dude is pretty fantastic, incredibly intelligent, very, very quick-witted, and apparently fearless, especially considering how weak most Republicans generally are. You probably won't believe the words that he had for Joe Biden, and actually quite a few Republicans as well, all about the ongoing and increasing border problems, for lack of a better term. Disaster is what it is. But honestly, this is what I love about some Republicans. They really do get it. They aren't concerned with party loyalties, at least not party first. You know, they seem to want to advance what they believe actually matters to their constituents. You know, they seem to actually believe in it. You never see this from Democrats. A Democrat could literally be accused of actual bribery, backed up by emails, text message, travel logs, allegedly, all this stuff. And they still won't say a damn thing about it. You know, all the way, always party first. And obviously, this is what I'm going to show you. This is something you guys are going to want to hear. Before we dive in, do me a favor, hit the like button, leave a comment, share. Don't forget to subscribe. Every little bit of support really helps the channel grow, and we really do appreciate you guys. Every time you do one of those things, a leftist loses their wings. So, Chip Roy, he made an appearance on Fox News, and he did not hold back, man. He had a lot to say about Joe Biden's handling of the border, and he called out quite a few Republicans as well for their role, because they have a role in what's going on. He talked about the lawsuit against Texas Governor Greg Abbott, which is still almost impossible to believe. Let me know in the comments if you can believe that Abbott is actually being sued for trying to control issues at his border, the border of his state. Everything from the flow of migrants to the trafficking of drugs and obviously human trafficking as well. But the Department of Homeland Security, they've taken him to court over him doing their job. And it's a confusing thing to do. Even more confusing is the fact that literally no one, and I mean no one, not the media, no one seems to care. No one's being told, at least. The people that do find out, they don't believe it because it's almost unbelievable. But this is a situation that we're in 2023 under Joe Biden's leadership. But let's have a look at what Chip Roy has to say.
But these cartels are emboldened and they are empowered by a president who does not care about our southern border. He is allowing it to become completely run by the cartels. And if anybody has not seen The Sound of Freedom, go see it. Go see what's happening in the world. Go see who has the power. Go see who is abusing these young girls, these young children. We're allowing that to happen on our watch. No more. That's my message. Governor Abbott is being sued by the Department of Homeland Security and by this administration because he dares to try to stop the flow at our border, to stop the death, the fentanyl, to stop the poisonings, to stop armed intruders. The president and this administration could go straight to hell. We have a job to do. In Congress, my message to all my Republican colleagues, we are not going to fund a government that's at war with the people of Texas. We are not going to fund a government that's perpetuating the lawlessness, empowering cartels, allowing fentanyl to kill Americans, and allow little girls to get raped in stash houses in Texas. Enough. This is our fight. And I'm tired of Republicans who are giving lip service to it and for years have been supporting it because they want cheap labor. We need to recontrol our border. Even Robert F. Kennedy Jr. gets it, Stuart. Yeah. We have an obligation to have a secure border.
All right. So obviously, Congressman Roy, he did not hold back, man. And in many ways, probably every way. I hate to give everyone like carte blanche, but the dude is spot on. He's clearly frustrated with what he's seeing, and he sees more than we are, and we're frustrated, so we can only imagine. And let's be honest, man, there's a real sense with even the most positive people, there's a sense that our country is going in a direction that, just about anyone who pays attention finds alarming. Literally 63% of us feel that Joe Biden is taking us down the wrong path. And our path looks more like a deteriorating nation with her best days behind her than the powerful and united country that we have almost always been. There's a perspective out there that if his goal was to weaken the U.S., then he's freaking nailing it. He is 100% on point. But if his goal is to unite and uplift, which is exactly what he promised us, well, dude, he could not be farther off the mark. And the lingering question is Biden truly in control? Or are there more influential global players pulling strings? especially when it comes to issues like the border and getting their cheap labor. Our liberal friends and neighbors, man, they often seem like they're viewing a different picture. They really do seem like they're seeing something different than we are. And I got to believe it's not that they're clueless or naive, because they're not. They can't be. There cannot be that many clueless people. It's just not mathematically possible. They're just they're different. They're driven by compassion and empathy, a different kind than we have. And their compassion is being exploited. The media is going to highlight emotional stories like vulnerable kids and desperate families. And, rightly so, man, those things are important and they certainly freaking happen. But that isn't the full story, not by a long shot. And this leads, these compassionate people to have a very, very imbalanced view of what's going on, of really, really significant issues like smuggling and trafficking and thousands of people dying in our desert, people we invited. And I think the challenge for these folks, our friends and neighbors, generally, it's hard to admit when you've been misled, when you've been deceived, when you've been tricked and used. It's tough to face the fact that you might have been played, man, or that your good intentions were taken advantage of. And anyway, I really like this video. I think Chip Roy, he surely got his message across. I heard it at least. I'm curious to know what you guys stand on this, what you think of the video. Share your thoughts in the comments, and please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the Common Sense Garage. Guys, we'll see you in the next one.